Hello, I'm Patrick McGilvray with OBSNews.com here at the SMX West Search Marketing Expo and Conference in beautiful Santa Clara, California. With me is Brad Lipschultz, who is the COO of SEO Inc. Brad, thanks for taking the time to join us.
Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Can you tell us a little bit about SEO Inc., what you guys do, and why you're here at the SMX conference?
Yeah, absolutely. SEO Inc., we're a full-service search engine marketing company, and we do everything from paid search to organic search. We kind of got started in a funny way, like some companies in this industry, a little bit by accident. Gary Grant's our founder. He had a web development company and just became curious about how to get these sites ranked. So he was doing some stuff with some of the movie studios and premier radio networks and stuff, and they started to ask him also, well, hey, we love the site, but I can't find it in, probably like Alta Vista at that time or some, search engine.
This is late 90s?
Yeah, exactly. Mid to late 90s. Like 97 is when he started getting into search marketing. So if you know anything about the history of search marketing, it's, it's a young industry. And so that's how we got started and just kind of built up from there. I came on about 6.5 years ago. Gary stopped doing web development, got so into learning about SEO and, basically build up his own site to the point where it was getting ranked all over the place for our own industry keywords, and really bootstrapped and built a company off of that. And so here we are today doing all the more sophisticated stuff. Another thing I always like to tell people about, and what I was speaking about earlier, is that we are very into web accessibility. And Gary's daughter Amber was born blind, and another kind of happy accident is that we found that making sites more accessible actually is extremely beneficial for your search engine rankings.
So making websites accessible to the blind benefits in terms of search engine optimization?
It absolutely does. It absolutely does, because good SEO practices are pretty well aligned with good accessibility practices. Now, we don't go all the way and make sites fully Section 508 compliant, which is more of a federal government mandate for websites and software companies that do business with the federal government. But we implement practical web accessibility techniques, making sure that your site can get read efficiently by a search engine spider or by a screen reader. Is those two concepts align very well.
That's really fascinating, and it's sort of just the evolving way to serve people with good information on the web, and whatever their perception of it is, you want to facilitate that. That's exciting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And this has been going on for years. I mean, television had to make their programs accessible to people that couldn't hear at one point, so they started implementing closed captions. The same thing applies, and by the way, if anyone's listening, they should be doing that on their videos that they put on their website. Everybody's putting videos on their website. You can buy, high definition cameras now for $100, and have a new video up on your website. So everyone is doing things like that, putting how-tos, tutorials, or just promotional things. Add the captions, guys. Add the closed captions, just like television's been doing for 50 years. So all these things really kind of play together.
Interesting. So you've been with SEO Inc. for about 6.5 years now.
Yeah.
What does 2009 hold for your company, and how do you see it, interacting and growing, or what do you see 2009 bringing for SEO Inc.?
Well, it's always a challenge when you're a small business. I mean, we've got a little under 50 employees. We're not, the next Google or anything right now. We'd love to be, but a lot of small companies. I mean, we've been involved with Inc. 500 and, talking to other executives. When you try to reach further than you should, you can run into problems. So we still want to take care of our core. Our core business is optimizing websites, always being on the cutting edge of that. We've seen companies in our space that have over time, tried to get into too many things too quickly, and all of a sudden the whole company is doing bad. So we really want to stay the course and, really take our time with getting into other areas. Now, the other areas that we are into, as I mentioned, web accessibility. In fact, Gary's speaking at CSUN in a couple of weeks, which is a conference specifically for that. Doing more and more web development. As an SEO company, we get so many requests now for, can you build it and optimize it and make it accessible? because they don't want to use 3 different companies. So we're doing more and more of that.
And that's so key. I mean, from my earliest days of trying to do my own websites and build my own websites, I always wanted to work with a designer who knew how to get it found, and I didn't find that many people who could design a site and do the search engine optimization.
Yeah, it's really difficult, and we work with a lot of agencies. I mean, we certainly get customers from agencies that we work with, very good agencies that work with very major web properties. At the same time, the smaller to medium-sized businesses that really want a high-end web presence, but they might not have $250,000 to spend on that website. They're looking for companies like us, and that's what we're doing a lot more of, is really full-scale, soup-to-nuts implementation of new website, content management systems, even implementing video, even producing video in some cases. So, dabbling without getting, saying, hey, we're going to go full scale into some of these other areas is the approach that we've taken.
Well, Brad, it sounds interesting. I wish you the best of luck in 2009. Thanks for coming out to SMX West and for speaking with us here at obsnews.com.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.